Okay, this is the November 3rd, 2022 Electric Liability Committee meeting. I've had apologies from Jason Simon, Jason McFarlane, and that leaves you, Lee, me, and Bernie.
No, what about our representative?
I haven't heard a peep out of Dan.
Well, that would speak volumes, right?
It speaks volumes, because the only item, as far as I'm concerned, on the agenda is what are we doing?
Yeah. So what are we doing?
We're not getting, we're supposed to be a subcommittee advising the Board of Supervisors, but we didn't get any interest in the Board of Supervisors when we recommended a meeting with PICO, last April, May, just to congratulate PICO on revising their messaging system and let us know how they were getting on. The only thing I've noticed is that they do give you an accurate description of what's wrong. Although the only thing that worries me is the phrase that I used as an example of what they could tell the consumer is exactly the phrase I got this morning when PICO, we had a power outage this morning, Bernie, for 2 hours. And the message from PICO, of course, the first one says they're investigating, then half an hour later, they said it's due to an underground cable problem. So
you don't care, do you?
no, well, they're putting in new underground cable anyway around our way, so
but you are one of the wealthy people that are able to provide all house coverage, right?
all house what, sorry?
Coverage. The thing is that you got your little big generator.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, when the generator kicked in, I'm happy with that part, but
is that an advert for it? Because today I read, and I get a little bit fed up of going into depth, but they said the PUC said there was more electrical failures this year than ever before.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, they were attributing it to vegetation too.
yeah, well, that's a real issue, particularly around where you live, Bernie. Vegetation is as you and I know, we've walked the road there, and we're just waiting for the next tree branch to come down, and your power goes off, right?
It's lovely colours, though.
Yeah. Especially when the fuse blows, yeah. Yeah. So, unless you two have got some brilliant idea about where we can go, I certainly don't.
Do you want to float that that letter to them again?
Could do, yeah.
And would it be the third strike if they don't respond?
Yep.
That's a good idea.
That's about all we can do.
Would you send it to Dan Grenier, or do you send it directly to the board of?
I'll send it to the township to go to the Board of Supervisors. I guess to Dan Grenier, but there's no township manager right now. They're still interviewing apparently for township managers. Anyone looking for a job?
So the thing is that there might be, if they get a different manager, they might be more receptive to proaction rather than reaction in terms of electricity.
Change, yeah. So, okay. I'll reactivate the message to the Board of Supervisors and send it to Dan. might ask him where he was. Actually, if he follows past practice, he might well come on in the next couple of minutes,
Mhm.
eating his dinner. So
it's good reason to exit out of this meeting, right?
yes. Oh, and we can each. How about your power, Lee? Has it been steady?
Yeah, so far it's been pretty good. So I have no complaints yet.
Okay, and you've still got lights from that old folks' place shining into your rear windows.
Yeah, well, they're taking care of it. They've actually been very cooperative. Because
Yeah.
I guess they figure in our community here, they could have a lot of potential customers.
You're probably right. Yeah.
Across the street from, they've got us behind them. On the other side, the DeLuca's putting in another 55 and over community.
Yeah.
So I was talking to one of the women over at the place, and she said she's in an ideal spot. She's surrounded by 55 and over. So from a business perspective, she's in good shape.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the guys used to joke to me, actually no one said it recently, at the firehouse. Guys always used to ask me if I picked out my place just across the road from, what's it called? Not Sunrise. I forgot what they call it. Across the road from catty corner from McCaffrey's, effectively.
Yeah.
The old folks' place there on the corner of Stony Hill and
Sunrise.
Oh, Heacock, yeah. Well, that's
Yeah.
right across from the firehouse.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, isn't it Sunrise?
No, that's oh crikey. I should know, shouldn't I?
But it is on the same side.
Yeah.
But
Maybe it
as
is
the fire
Sunrise.
station is on the other side of Stony Hill, right?
Yes, yeah, across from the firehouse. Yeah, it's across Stony
I
Hill.
call
Yeah.
it Sunrise, but you can call it
Maybe, maybe it is. Yeah. Maybe it is, Bernie.
But you can call it anything you want.
So you can respond from there, right, John?
Yeah, you could. Yeah. Anyway. Okay, so I'll send that letter to the Board of Supervisors, Dan Grenier, and we'll see how we go. And that's simply to get Pico in to tell us what they've done to improve their messaging system.
Yeah. Yeah, they could talk about other stuff too, like what they're doing in your neighborhood.
Well, they'll give you all possible assistance short of actual help. They won't tell you exactly. The guys doing the putting in the conduit, which is what they're putting in now.
Yeah.
They'll tell you anything.
Yes.
During the power outage today, I wasn't aware of it, but my wife was driving somewhere, and just at the top of our road, there was a group of guys working on the conduit installation. And she said, "What have you done to our power? All the power has gone off." And the guys panicked. They said, "What?" Oh, they were calling around. I think if they did hit anything with that machine that they're using, it would certainly go off with a big bang. But
well, they would know it probably.
oh yeah. I mean, that's what, 5 kV or maybe more. I don't know it's 5,000 volts, and you know it. It would be throwing grass and dirt everywhere. Anyway, I'm not going to belabor the issue. Have you got anything, Bernie?
No, John. Thank you.
Lee?
No, thanks, John.
Okay, in that case, motion for adjournment.
So move.
All those in favor, say aye. Right,
Hey,
adjourn.
listen, have a good Thanksgiving if we don't talk before.
Yeah, that's coming up, isn't it?
Yeah.
tending to think of the Eagles and the Phillies right now, but yeah.
So, do you do sports at all, John?
Do I do sports?
Yeah.
Well, especially when the I follow the Eagles much more than anyone else, much more than any other team. But when the Phillies start winning, like they have been winning, yeah, I get interested.
So it's going to be difficult today. The Phillies are playing as also the Eagles are playing. So you have to be
Yeah, I think the Eagles have been.
pretty nimble on the remote.
Yeah. So we might watch something else. Okay. All right, guys. Well, if nothing else, I'll do whatever to shut the meeting down. All right.
All right. Take care. Stay safe.
Shall do. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Bernie. Thank you.
Thank you.